What's up, guys? I'm Sean here from Srkcycles.com, where we sell motorcycles and we do test drives and we do walk-arounds and we ship them all over the country. And yes, 2011 Harley Davidson V-Rod Muscle. Look at that back end. Dang! I like my muscles like I like my women, with big old back ends. Nah, I'm just joking. Vance & Hines pipes. This bike is mean. Let's take it for a spin. You need this sissy bar on here. This whole bike is designed to throw her off of it. It's like a slide going back off. It's insane. Let's take a... Come on, let's just do it. Let's do it. You know what? Real quick. Words of wisdom. James 1:21. Therefore put aside all filthiness and all that remains of wickedness. In humility receive the word implated. I must have spelled that wrong. Which is able to save your soul. Don't know what that one word is. Guys, I had some fun with this bike this weekend. Reach over here, turn that key. It only has 5,700 miles on it, and this bike's a monster. One of the first things, alright, so this bike's sitting in at 673 pounds, and it took me a little while to figure out the actual horsepower of it, but horsepower was sitting around 130. Now I know what you're thinking, you're like, that's not very much, but there's so much torque. I bet the torque has got to be, I don't know, but I know the torque's not sitting around 50. The torque's probably closer to 100. This thing is a torquey monster. It's very so you're sitting on this thing, it's extremely aggressive. I wouldn't want to be on a long trip on this thing, although I would consider doing it. I just did a 4-hour trip on a Grom. In terms of like back posture, it's actually pretty good, but it's a very aggressive stance. Your feet are almost in front of your hands. It's like a pit bull. It's an extremely aggressive stance, and when you're sitting like this, you feel very confident in just throttling back and just letting it loose, which, if you're trying not to do that, could be a pretty could put you in a pretty dangerous situation. I love riding the bike. I love how much torque it has. Sorry to interrupt the test drive. Come here. Shh. I got something I want to show you guys. We finally released the date of the bike giveaway. December 31st, 2017, this year. Become a Patreon subscriber, get on board. We'll see you guys later. You do have to get the RPMs up a little bit just to really feel that hardcore pull, but something like no other bike, well, no other Harley I've ever ridden. When you're cruising on the highway and you're doing higher speeds, you're doing highway speeds, southern highway speeds, track speeds, and you're top gear, and you crack that throttle, this thing just kicks. It just continues pulling the entire way, the whole way through the power band, which is very impressive. And that's where, I mean, most bikes pull pretty hard at, first, second, some bikes third, but this thing in top gear just pulls like a monster. And that's where it just becomes fun. You're cruising, you're going 70, and you decide to pass somebody, and you look down, you're like, oh, look how I'm rocking 110, and you got there and it's so fast. I love the style. I love the way this bike, the first thing everyone kind of noticed when they jumped on this bike at the shop, let's take a look at it, was how sturdy and solid it feels. I mean, it just feels like a rock. It's all metal and it's just tough. It's not the lightest thing out there, But man, does it feel solid. Such a good looking bike. I love that. I like the, at least got a little bit of rake to it. I love the, is that dual pipes? Yeah, it is dual pipes. I love the dual pipes. I love that big old mean back tire. I'm gonna get on it up here just a little bit. Just to remind you guys, it pulls hard. And what's so impressive is it pulls hard through every single gear. And that's what I love about it. I love these bars, they're super solid. Normally with handlebars, there's a little bit of, if you really push it, you know what I mean, there's a little bit of twist to it. There is no twist. You hop on this and you feel directly connected with the road. It's a very impressive bike. I definitely put it in the category of stance with like the Yamaha Striker, or or also like the Ducati Diavel. You know, I would put them in the same category. Although the Diavel just completely overpowers it. Unless you're comparing the two, unless you just got off a Diavel, you're gonna hop on this and be like, wow, this thing's awesome. You know what I mean? This thing has a killer sound. And it's gonna be a whole lot less maintenance. And this is all out of a 1250cc motor. That's only a 73 or 76 cubic inch. That would be one of Harley's smallest engines. It's just over 1200. No, what did I say? 1150? 1250? It's one of Harley's smallest engines, but it makes it's also one of Harley's most powerful engines. So I love this bike. The purpose of this bike is not to be a touring bike. Don't put a windshield on it. It's not a touring bike. And maybe back in the day when they made the V-Rod Street Rod, that could have been more of a touring bike, maybe. But this bike really has one purpose. It's a hot rod. It's a muscle bike. The V-Rod, they put the name muscle in it just so everyone knows this is a muscle bike. Same thing with a muscle car. You don't hop in a muscle car and go do a giant, you know, it's not like, hey, we're going to Florida for the week. Let's take the Trans Am. No. You hop in the Cadillac. You take the minivan. You take something that's actually going to be comfortable. And you can actually talk to the person next to you. But when you're like, yo, we're going down to the party, or we're going to you know, to show off the bikes at the local place to show off the bikes, that's when you take the muscle bike. What's up, guys? Sean here from Sean and Caleb from Srkcycles. Thanks for watching the video. Click here to subscribe.
Oh, click here for more Bikes and Beards content. And where do they want for bikes? Down here.
And I'm Caleb and Caleb.
Always.